Welcome to Kiana Sky Speaks podcast, chill sesh, Kiana Sky's dimensional downloads, whatever I'm feeling at the time is what is going on with this day. Thank you for tuning in. For those 5 people that listen to my videos, thank you so much for joining in. Today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to let spirit flow with whatever's going on. If I channel, if I go off and I don't speak for about 5 seconds, I'm channeling what's coming through. I've been channeling pretty much all day today myself. I've been writing it down, but I'm not going to speak from my channel journal. That's for another day. This is more of a flowy session. We're not going to do any oracle or tarot cards. I'm just going to keep talking about what comes up in my mind. This is how I channel. I bring up things that happen in the collective. I bring up things that happen to me to help form lessons and stories for those that would like to hear it. I am here to help shift the collective energies perspectives, not change people's minds, not convince people that they're wrong, not go about things in a way that's aggressive towards people because I just want to get a point across. That's the old me. I've tossed that in the shelf. I've tossed that away. I would like to help the collective raise their vibration by posting, by writing, by doing things in a fashion that would help the collective see and be able to understand that I alchemize through my podcast. I alchemize through my art. I alchemize through my digital designs. I alchemize the collective energy from a negative state to a positive one. And I've been doing this for almost a year. And if you guys could see my Facebook from a year ago and my Facebook now, I've alchemized the energy instead of getting upset and leaving, which I did a couple times, and I understand people who don't use Facebook, like my husband doesn't. So, that too. That is important to know that, some people don't use Facebook, and that's fine. And the the platform is it's really hard to be on, and it's hard to keep connections on that are actually authentic and true. You just have to kind of weave through the BS to be on Facebook. And if you're not on Facebook, it's probably better because it's really frustrating. I just want to be there to alchemize, and not a lot of people like it. And I'm constantly, honestly, on a battlefield. If I must say it like that, if you understand, it's like I go on Facebook and I say something and somebody else disagrees while agreeing with me, and I'm just like, okay, well, let's look at it this way. That's why I said I'd like to shift the collective perception or perspectives. Well, I want to help you see from a different angle. I want to help you see from a different side. But I don't want to make you think that you have to believe what I do. I just want to bring my opinion, my belief, and my experience into it, and then we could have an intelligent conversation. That's why I'm on Facebook, to do that. And on YouTube, I don't really get any backlash here, but knock on wood. So the collective has really been working together and unifying and jumping into this new timeline. And we have been working together, us, the people that I work with, my tribe. We've been doing well together. Our energy has been driving together pretty good, and we've been trying to help each other and lift each other up, while also the collective is going through this hermit mode. And I agree with the hermit mode right now. I'm trying to get into the hermit mode, not of cutting people off or stuff like that, but just like delving deep inside myself and, maybe not being so available to everyone at the moment and just being. Been working on that, and I have been stepping off of social media for hours and hours, because social media, I have learned that it seeps your energy, and that's its point. It's to, like, my husband has told me that it's to ride your emotions. It's to make you feel unstable. So you need to just, like, not even go on there all day so that your emotions stay stable. And I've come convinced that sometimes when I'm on Facebook too much, I get too emotional. But I digress with the Facebook things now. So as we are raising our vibration, the collective and my tribe, I feel a lot of us are hermiting and working on our whatever we are doing. We're hyper focusing on whatever is our common goal. Like, someone gets a job, that's what they're focused on. And it's not like, oh, I'm focused on my job, I'm going to cut everyone off. It's like, no, I'm focused on my job. I'm going to go within for a while. I'm going to, make a living. And then the fun comes in, not too far behind. So, as we, together as a tribe, as a family, and that's what I really like to have, is a family, not just friends, but my friends are my family. Every time you become my friend, you enter my tribe, and I open my arms to have you join my tribe. Not official, but it's the one that I have made. The pure fact that the collective is helping each other raise each other's vibration and create unity within the whole is extensively beautiful, and it makes me almost come to tears, because these past few years have been so hard for me. Like I have said in previous videos, I've lost a lot of people close to me, including my very wonderful angelic mother, but she is in heaven and she watches down on me. She's an angel in heaven, and I love her. 9/11. So we are, as a collective, learning how to raise our vibrations together in unity, and also call on the higher beings that we know are watching over us, like my mother, and like Spirit, God, the guides, the angels, all of them, always all around us, in energy form, watching, in animal form, waiting, looking, giving us signs, waiting for us to open our eyes, things like that. And it's been beautiful for the past few years for me. I just opened up like 2 years ago to all of this and all the spiritual things because I finally met my divine counterpart, and my divine counterpart was spiritual, and he got me to questioning everything that I believed in, and I am so thankful for that because I never questioned what I believed. And here we are going to get into my Christianity. The past, I was a Christian, and I went to church every Sunday. I believed in Jesus Christ. And I believed, this is what I believed. Jesus Christ died for my sins, and I have to believe that. I have to believe in him, and I will have eternal life. If I don't believe in Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins, I will spend the rest of my existence, or whatever is going on with me when I die, I'm going to hell. What's hell? Hell is a place where you go to suffer, where you're going to go to burn because you didn't believe in Jesus, because you didn't follow God. And it's just something that I've been afraid of for my entire life. I've been so scared of certain things in my life. Like when I was like in college, I decided that I was attracted to girls for a while. And you know, this is a soft spot that I've always struggled with, that I've always struggled to talk about, but I'm going to say this. I was attracted to girls, and I wanted to date girls for a while, and so I did. And the whole time I felt so guilty. So guilty that I was bisexual, because if I was to love somebody, love a girl, and be with her, it would be sinning, and then after all of my life, I would just go to hell because I can't date girls. I can't love girls because it's against the Bible. And that's one of the biggest things that I struggled with, is that, and I'm not bisexual, and I didn't turn out bisexual. It was just, I was lonely, and I would say that I'm straight, and I remain straight. I won't be bisexual, but I feel that I just needed to find reality, find who I was, and I was experimenting, which is fine. And if I did love a girl, which I could have a capacity to love a girl too, but I love my husband, and I will be with my husband forever because he's my counterpart. I'm just saying that, really, honestly, I don't see gender in the way that everyone else does. I don't see man and woman in the way everyone else does. I see souls first and not gender. That's why when there's debates about, gender and the transgender thing and the gay, straight, I accept all. I don't care what you identify as. And as a Christian, you have to go against all of that, but it's going against something that's not your life. So I've struggled with that, and then growing up a Christian, going to church every Sunday, and following these set of rules that I couldn't question, and I ended up going to a Baptist school, which it wasn't very... okay, so I'm going to say it this way. This school, I miss it to this day. Lake Orion Baptist School. I liked the experience, that some of the experiences I had, but also it's the same as, going to 5 Points Community Church. Like, it had its good moments and it had its bad moments, but the main thing is I was being indoctrinated to believe that I wasn't divine in both areas for a long time, since I was at least 3 years old, and then all the way from elementary to high school, indoctrinated in many ways into dumbing myself down into being nothing so that I could make God everything. Which now I believe I am God. I'm part of God. I'm a fractal of God. And oh, my perspective is expansive now. Like, I could talk for hours about this. But the thing is now I don't hate. I don't hate the Christians who helped build my foundation, because the Christians that helped build my foundation, most of them, very, very nice, very kind, very loving, and I wouldn't go back and change it, because a lot of Christians shaped my life, but also a lot of them taught me lessons, and not very fun ones to go through. But that goes with everyone, not just religious people. I'm just sharing my story of Christianity and how I felt indoctrinated, violated, lied to, and just not a very good experience. But I would not change going to that church. I would not change going to my school, because now I know like how to come out of those situations, and I could help other people as well. So I'm not disappointed because it happened to me. I'm just thankful that I could have these lessons. So that's all for today. That's all that I have time to speak on. Next time, we might talk a little bit more about my Christianity, about my Christian walk, and, like what shaped me as a Christian, and how now I'm a different person. I'm a new creation, as the Christians would say, but I'm a different creation. I'm a divine being. I am a goddess that walks on earth. I am powerful, and I create my own reality. Thank you for coming.